APC presidential standard bearer Bola Tinubu has called on governors nationwide, not even APC governors, all governors nationwide to disregard President Muhammadu Buhari's order that 5,000 naira and 1,000 naira notes, or 500 naira notes and 1,000 naira notes, are illegal tenders. Did Tinubu actually did that or say that? Really? Hey, this is pure anarchy. Okay, oh, are you sure they're not going to charge him for treasoning? Mr. Buhari announced in a state address on February 16 that the old 1,000 naira and 500 naira notes were no longer legal tender and that his regime would only reissue the old 200 naira notes, initially outlawed, until April 10th. This announcement was met with widespread opposition from governors, including Governor Nasser El-Rufai, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje, and House of Representatives Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, who stated defying the Supreme Court's ruling to maintain the status quo was an invitation to anarchy. In a circular shared on Friday by an APC presidential campaign spokesperson, Dele Alake, the former Lagos governor urged friendly governors to follow suit with Mr. El-Rufai and other governors' action disregarding Mr. Buhari's order in compliance with the Supreme Court's ruling. The circular added that apex courts must have the final say as globally practiced in a constitutional federation. All friendly governors must replicate Kaduna address immediately to assure the integrity of the Supreme Court and the rule of law for the local and international community. This is the essence of constitutional federation, with the South or with the Supreme Court having final say and follows USA best practice. They are talking about USA. When it comes to all this kind of thing, they will not be quoting all these developed countries. And when you talk about the nitty-gritty of governance trickling down to the masses who will enjoy the dividends of democracy or the dividends of being a citizen of that particular country, nobody's going to be saying that. And that is why a lot of people are not really looking at their side or listening to them, because Nigerians have been suffering for the past 8 years, which we all are aware. These guys never said anything. ASU strike was there. None of them said anything. Even in that same Kaduna that El-Rufai happens to be the governor of that state, people are just being taken, their lives being taken left, right, and center. This guy never bothered. The people of Southern Kaduna have been crying for God knows when. This man will not come out and make address. He didn't go to court. He didn't even issue a strong warning to these bandits. No, because this one is affecting them, not is going to affect them. Now they are telling us that the best practice, according to US, as US also are involved in these best practices. The circular stated, according to what Alake said, Mr. El-Rufai on Thursday accused the Buhari regime of plotting to instigate a military coup in Nigeria to avoid transferring power to a civilian administration when his tenure expires in May. Okay. I hope it's not what we are thinking. Sometimes 2 years ago or early last year, there was a rumor that came that there is going to be, and don't forget, recently, there are two things that you want to put two and two together and you begin to draw the line. Now, it is not even opposition that is accusing them. It is not a civil society that is accusing the ruling government. The same members of the ruling party are the ones accusing themselves. This kind of news, we've heard it, or this information, we've gotten it about last year or so, when we learned that it was a rumor that Buhari is going to hand over to Atiku because of the court case. And don't forget, recently, the issue of Buhari's case with Atiku, when they went to court, that it was Atiku that won or it was Buhari that won. And people say these guys are planning to, to play a funny game at that. Now that the sitting governor is the one accusing the ruling party, the president himself, of coup, because they will not tell you that it is in his DNA. That is what he's used to. Because when they were talking about this Naira redesigning, they said, oh, Buhari has done this kind of a thing before, and the people who are around him are like, oh, yes, because this man has done this thing before, we want to suggest it to him. That was what Erufai told us. And Erufai is doing all of this because he believes that they are all going to leave the office at the same time, so nobody's going to come after him. I think that's why he's saying all this, and because of his immunity. This is a weighty allegation, if you ask me. This is a weighty allegation at that. That Buhari is not ready to um give power or transfer power to another administration when his tenure expires in May. Okay, oh, this whole thing is getting tougher and tougher every day. Telling APC governors to ignore the presidential order so they can use old notes to buy elections in their various states. Thank God that the banks and marketers in all the states, especially Kano and Kaduna, have rejected the old cash completely. So good luck with that request. Ignore Buhari's order as a current Nigerian president or what? You are not a president yet. You are challenging a sitting governor. I thought they were all happy that they were going to one campaign or the other. Buhari and Tinubu. Tinubu will be happy. He will be dancing like a baby. He will be shaking his body. Buhari will just raise his hand. You wanted me to go to campaign ground with you, fine, but that would not change what is in my mind. I think, I've been accusing all of them that they are all cowards. They were blaming Emefiele, that Emefiele is the cause, and they know quite all right that it is Buhari that is behind this whole thing. They are just using Emefiele, that they should just face Buhari himself. But since Buhari made that broadcast, I think the attacks on Emefiele has reduced, if it has not stopped completely. And that is why you see that now they are coming out to face the real music, who is Buhari. When Buhari order his arrest now, he will receive sense. Our northern brothers are no longer saying anything. They don't have money for data again anyway, say baba. Then Buhari should order for his arrest for ordering governors to continue using old naira notes. It is getting interesting. Tinubu and Erufai, his friend, wanna form a parallel government. Baba, is it only you contesting? Why all the noise, for God's sake? Let me take my coffee quietly, because old men's cry don't even sound good. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.